I think I was probably a junior in high school, and I came home one day. We always had to enter, or at least, yeah, enter the home from our back door or our kitchen door. I walk into the kitchen. Mom is finishing up cooking dinner, and I said, "Hey, Mom, what's for dinner today?" And she said, "You're gonna eat it and shut up." That said, I'm extremely grateful, really for the home I grew up in. We were provided for. Dad had a job. Mom was the typical stay-at-home housewife. You're enough to drive a person to drink. And always cooked amazing food for us. I mean, it was like amazing if I went to school the next day and told kids what I had. Well, we had a reduction sauce with, filet mignon. She just fucking hated doing eggs and pork chops. Mom would actually make a sack lunch for all four of us boys in the morning. And so she's making lunches, she's doing eggs, and she just like scabbed them up. And that was just part of the deal. And my brother Don absolutely hated eggs, but then Mom getting them to the point where the yolk is hard. I remember him just stuffing his mouth and pushing himself at the table, going upstairs and throwing up in the toilet with it. In the 8th grade, I got busted for smoking pot. And of course I was grounded and all that stuff. Mom and Dad reached out to my older brothers, the twins that were 3 years older than me, said, "Did you know that Kurt was smoking pot?" And they said, "No, I had no idea. Oh my God, that's terrible." They were the ones that were supplying it to me. About 3 weeks after I was busted, my father happened to walk into one of the twins' rooms, saw something that looked a little askance, and looked at it and found a hash pipe. And so now the twins were implicated and they were busted. Flash ahead a little bit further, we're all at the dinner table, and my dad's pretty stoked. He's had quite a few of these cocktails that we talked about. And Mom loved to, for some reason, overcook pork chops. I think because of trichinosis, the big trichinosis scare. And so we were all commenting about how dried out the pork chops were, and we actually started picking them up and dropping them on our plates to make a point about how lead-like they were. And my mom stood up at the table and she said, "I am never cooking again for you buggers, so you can put that in your pipe and smoke it." And my dad at that point stood up and said, "Kurt, go upstairs and get your hash pipe."